is set back to the TPO for reasons like you've not been transparent about this. So if you don't want to go through that entire rigmarole process back and forth, then as much factual information on segmentation that you could give to the TPO or the DRP maximum or CIT is preferred, because you don't want to deal with a situation where you're talking about new facts before the ITAT. I think royalty know-how payment we've spoken about. IPR valuations is another area which is picking up, where TPOs are also getting a little savvy around discounted cash flows, customer list, customer pricing, exit charges. So I think this is going to be a new area altogether when we talk about in transfer pricing. And TP and customs, again, we have spoken about, because this is completely interlinked. I think we are highly under leveraging this point today in India, but time is going to come where, and we've seen this live happening on this TP and customs, on BMW, Serdia, lot of decisions where some information you give to TP can go to customs and vice versa. So I think it's high time that we start proactively thinking around this. Business restructuring, contract manufacturer we've discussed. Working capital adjustment, of course, is again another routine thing which you must do. There is also one more reason why working capital adjustment becomes very crucial now, is because you have this clause in your international transactions which say that if you have deferred receivables, so if you are, it's not only about what profit you are making with your AE, but if you are receiving instead of 30 days in 90 days, then as per the new section, Finance Act 12 had brought in, you have to report deferred receivables. Now how will you benchmark that? So if you have done a working capital adjustment, then you can always build an argument to say that it has been factored, your receivable and credit period analysis has been factored in your working capital adjustment. So working capital adjustment becomes very crucial. I think the new thing is going to be this effective high tax rate which is going to come with BEPS. Because if you see the new BEPS reporting that is going to be required, you will have countries, you will have people, profits, revenues, and areas or countries which are high tax and low tax and high profitability are going to come under the scanner. So if you are going to show, for example, in Amsterdam or Ireland or wherever, which may not be tax havens per se, but Singapore, for example, it's a low tax country because Singapore government gives you incentives. You may have a low effective tax rate there, but you may only have 3 people there. So when you report your head count and you report a high profitability, you need to start thinking what justification you're going to give in the BEPS world. So I guess to summarize, we are now moving towards a more complex world of TP with BEPS coming in, and also to that extent with, now I've heard that High Court, Supreme Courts are going to have separate benches for tax cases. So you're going to see it's already there, I think, right? Even Supreme Court now. So to that extent, the focus is going to be around resolving litigation. At the same time, with the pipeline drying up, the tax authorities will think of newer ways and ideas. So we just need to kind of be more proactive in doing our documentation right, and we need to keep doing these courses every year so that we learn from each other. I think, thank you.
In APA, what is the approach?
APA, the approach was very good when it started. However, now it's a little bit of, I would say it's not kept that momentum. So while yet a lot of applications are coming in, so last year also if you would have seen about 150-200 applications more would have come. But there are no disposals happening. And the major reason is because there's bandwidth issue. Because what is alone Mr. Vashni going to do? And there is a challenge, major challenge on the resources. So we are in fact seeing, and in fact the new APA Commissioner Mr. Sanjeev Sharma, if you actually meet him, you may decide not to go for an APA. because his approach is completely different to that of Mr. Varshni. So you have to be really careful in that sense. While he is very knowledgeable, but he's still not got into the APA mindset. So we have to see how he adapts. Because I know I had one pre-filing meeting with him, and his approach was like, sorry, this is in this closed rooms, but his approach was that cost plus is one issue. I am not on the markup. He's saying I am on the cost base. He's saying I don't even know whether you are reporting the right cost base. So I said that, sir, that the TPO is also not going into this because they are relying on the audited accounts. If you're saying going to challenge the cost base itself, then it's a whole new story altogether. So you don't know. I think you have to be cautious.
But Kalpana Saxena was very highly.
Yeah, so she really likes the APA program very much. Which if I say this in front of her, she'll tell me. I know what she'll tell me. But I think, see, it's not for all. It's not a product for all. It is. If you have litigation, you have lot of patience, you have lot of money, multinationals have that bandwidth, then it's fine. But you can't take it to all your clients because you could actually land up in a situation where you kind of, it may backfire also. Because they may ask you more details. You may, certain things in the normal TPO, DRP and ITAT, you may get full relief. So for example, we argue cases where we get relief even at 10 and 15, 12% markup. APA is very clear that they are not going to give less than 16-17% markup broadly. So if those expectations are properly told to your clients and the MNC is aware about it and they still want to go for it because of certainty, etc., then that's fine. But they should not expect that they will get a 10-12% markup and they will get some red carpet and all.
But if it overall reduces your litigation costs, then maybe, whether that 4% makes up for your reduced.
Yeah, so that is for each MNC because see, everybody doesn't look at it from the cost perspective. So for example, a large multinational company will have multiple operations in China, Philippines, Vietnam, Japan, everywhere, right? They may have centers everywhere. Now, if they agree to do a 18% for India, tomorrow China will get up, then say Vietnam will get up.
Disallowed somewhere else.
Correct. So they'll have.
Kalpana was mentioning that you can always walk away.
Yeah.
With the API authorities, API is that how many APIs they have signed. So they want to show performance to the department.
They should show now. They should show.
They are eager to sign the APIs.
Yeah.
So that you are more than welcome there.
Yeah, you are very welcome. They will welcome you with very warm. But the point is you have to go out also. Now, what is the point? And I'm not saying it's a bad program. It's a very good program in that sense because today it's the only program available for you to go proactively somewhere. Instead of, but it's not a one-stop solution for everybody. That's the point I'm making. So it is not going to benefit everyone. You need to have that muscle power also over there and today they don't have the team. I don't know how are they going to manage. And it's Mr. Varshni. Now supposing, let's assume if Mr. Varshni gets transferred, then what will happen? I don't know.
In fact, I asked her that question.
Yeah.
Have they transformed themselves from the TPO mindset to the APA mindset?
Let's
Yeah.
discuss it once.
Yeah, we can take it offline because there are.
No, because a lot of people want to leave also.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
President, Dinesh Amrita and friends will agree that this charisma, like an artist, it's transfer pricing is said it's more an art than a science. And if you look at the performance of both the speakers, Anuradha as well as Charisma, so dealt with various critical issues concerning pharma industries like API, payment of commission, then clinical trials, marketing intangibles, contract R&D, royalty. Then Charisma also shared our practical experience in dealing with the issues of vocational savings and various other issues. And see, like an artist, both of them made this presentation very interesting. and it was very interactive. And thank you, Karishma and Anuradha, for very interesting and knowledge-sharing presentation. And with this, I request all of you to present a very heartfelt thank you. Moreover, there is one program, if any one of you are interested, it is on after Matunama by it is on this yes, yes. So any of you are interested, take benefit of that program. Why is it?
10 o'clock.
So we will reassemble tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow is 10 o'clock? Yeah, 10.